What's up, folks? How we doing? We're about to run our last guest as we're starting Bronze to Mythic tomorrow. That's right. Tomorrow, live on stream. I'll be doing episode 1 and 2 during the morning. I'll be streaming on Wednesday as well for Bronze to Mythic, which is freaking awesome. And I'm very excited to start it. I'm a little behind, obviously, but we'll figure that out. So that's really, really cool. Today's guest needs no introduction. One of the best Magic streamers for since so long, pre-arena days, back when I first started streaming. Numot the freaking Nummy. And Numot, also Kenji's, real name or whatever, as he is known, Numot the Nummy. But Numot just literally has been streaming drafts. I would be surprised if there are many people in the world who have drafted more than Numot has. He just streams draft every day, 8 hours a day. And his intro here is pretty funny. He's like already super high mythic. And Numot's freaking great. If you don't follow Numot, you're dumb. Numot does YouTube on stream. Again, prolific streamer. Recent father, which is not super, but somewhat recent father. So congrats to Numot on that, of course, as well. Dad life. And yeah, so check out Numot. Enjoy the last guest video here on Bronze Mythic as we kind of get back to normalcy a little bit. And don't forget, I'm also going to be at Cool Stuff Fest nope, that's the wrong one. That should have been there anyway. Whoops. Cool Stuff Fest. Cool Stuff Con. Sorry. Cool Stuff Con. Boom. There it is. All right. That's terrible graphics, but whatever. Happening this weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll be there all day. Free to walk in the door. Command Fest. RCQs every day. 2-slot RCQs. Sealed Modern. A bunch of limited events and everything. I'll be there. Meet and greets and so on and so forth. Lots of fun. Come hang out. All right. Let's get right to it.
What up, tubers, and welcome to a draft here on MTG Arena on the Jim Davis channel. My name is Kenji Numot the Nummy Egashira, and I am filling in for Jim today. I will be doing a draft on his channel. Fortunately for me, I'm already and always Mythic, so I don't need to go from Bronze to Mythic or whatever. I think we're ranked 17 Mythic going into this, so let's see if we can improve upon that. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to follow Jim's channel. If you're watching already and subscribed already, good job, you did the right thing. Let's jump into our Tarkir Dragonstorm draft, where we've opened a Yathin Roadwatcher as our rare pick one, pack one. It's a good solid value card. It's not a crazy bomb. I don't really like first picking it just because it's 3-color and it's not powerful enough. I think here in this pack, you want to go with one of the stronger individual color cards. We don't have much time here. Vanguard solid. I'm going to take the Caustic Exhale. Just 2 mana, or even sometimes 1, -3/-3. Quite strong in my opinion. Follow that up with, okay, we could take a different 3-color card. This one I think is a little bit better than the Roadwatcher that we just passed. However, we still, same thing, have a very strong individual color card here that we can take instead of a triple color card. So my favorite thing to do in this format is like 5-color dragons, but the real way you want to draft this format, or at least the real way that I think you should draft this format, is by staying open for the most part, taking the good individual color cards to start. You really want to try to stay in like 2 colors that have a good pairing, right? So for example, you want to be green, black, or rather black-green, or black, say, white or whatever, and that way you can have overlap with multiple different clans. So if you start taking a lot of black and green cards, for example, you can go white for Abzan, or you can go blue for Sultai. We're going to take the Dragon's Prey here, just another good individual color removal spell that's already on color with the Caustic Exhale I've already taken. Enough about the thoughts of how you should draft the format. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to say the reasons why. We're getting past a Mysterized Village. I assume this is the worst of them in Limited. I don't even remember what all the others do, but the next spell you cast this turn can't be countered. Not very relevant. What is the best card in this pack? If this is pick one, pack one, I'm either taking like the Teamer Monument or the Rugged Highlands. I think Synchronized Charge is very good. It's basically just a better Travel Preparations, if you remember that card from Innistrad. I guess we could do that. This is just a really weak pack 3 overall. I mean, I guess this goes in line with what I was just talking about. Taking a green and a black card and staying open to a couple of different clans, as it were. So the ultimatums are special guests in this, not cube, in this format. This one is not very good. Search your library for up to 3 mono-colored cards with different names and exile them. An opponent chooses one of those, shuffle that into your library. You may cast the others. You would really need like 3 insane mono-colored cards. No, it's just, and the casting cost is too much. My favorite picks here are like the Osseous Exhale. I don't really like the Skull Clamp instant effect. I think it's okay at best. This is just another really weak pack. I mean, the Abzan Devotee is okay. This is either between like the Exhale and the Crag, and I guess I'll just take the removal spell for now. Okay, you know what we could do? We could take the Tactician and look to be like a black-white base deck, and that would have nice overlap with both green and red, right? Tactician's really, really good in a deck with a decent number of specifically mobilized creatures, but even the Endure creatures are okay with it. Make a token with the Endure, then be able to sack that off instead. Could also consider Sage of the Fang here. That's a good follow-up to Charge. I think this is a stronger card, but either of those choices is decent. Another chance at Desperate Measures if we want to. Second Exhale of the white variety. I think Negotiations is actually decent in the format, though you want to be like the +1/+1 counters relevant deck, so like Abzan, right? Because there are just so many big bombs in the format, and a lot of the times 1-for-1 removal is not good enough on a bomb. The bomb has already done some damage, whereas the Negotiation strips it from their hand before they even get to do that ability, you know? I don't like taking another Exhale. This is reactive, right? Whereas Caustic Exhale and Dragon's Prey I can cast on any creature. Exhale is specifically on a creature that's attacking or blocking, but here we are. Okay. So I think the Essence Anchor is actually really good, though you need to have the ways to trigger it, of course. Activate only during your turn and only if a card left your graveyard. So this really relies on the renew cards and other ways to get cards out of your graveyard. There's just nothing here for black-white anyways. Another Teamer Monument's kind of unfortunate, though I don't think I've seen much reason to be Teamer. Okay, well there's a Skirmish Rhino now, 8th pick's not terrible. It's also a Bewildering Blizzard. I do like that card quite a bit. I am not a big fan of Abzan in the format, but I suppose the Skirmish Rhino probably makes more sense with what we've taken. Yeah, okay. Trade Route Envoy is fine. Notably, I haven't taken a single land yet, which is a little bit awkward for me. Usually I've taken some lands by this point. Okay, well, we'll take the Evolving Wilds now. Actually, man, Ireni's Rebuff is really good too, in my opinion. Like, the Evolving Wilds I'm always going to play, though, you know? But if I did end up in blue, the Rebuff is so sick. And it does work well with the Anchor. Alright, again, high upside pick here. Unending Whispers now, good with the Essence Anchor, sure. You know, it'd be really cool if I somehow just ended up in like a straight blue-black deck. I've actually had a ton of good success with straight-up 2-color decks in the format. And another Whispers, okay. This is at its best in Teamer, right? Where you do have the high power creatures to easily harmonize it, but... Well, if nothing else, I am extremely open. Oh no. This is a card I have not yet drafted, and it's one that I want to draft so badly. Call the Spirit Dragons. I think the 5-color Dragons deck is so fun. I really need to get this in pack 1 though, or have already been in Dragons to take it later than pack 1. We are just nowhere close to that. That's too bad. Bunch of good cards here though. We have Sage of the Skies, 2/3 flying lifelink if you just cast it by itself, but then if you've cast another spell already this turn, you get 2 of them. It's kind of nuts. Teeming Dragonstorm, fantastic. One of the best of the Dragonstorm cycles. Let's see, Sibsig Appraiser, number 1 uncommon, or number 1 common rather, of the format. I guess we don't know if we're playing white. The safest pick is actually the Sibsig Appraisers here. Kind of sucks. I mean, I'm losing like almost a pseudo bomb, but I think it makes sense. And yeah, we just get another one now. Okay. We have a lot of good blue. This is like the 3rd or 4th Teamer monument we've seen. Attuned Hunter is gasoline in the graveyard decks. But yeah, I'm not gonna overlook another Appraiser. Okay, another really strong pick here for us. Winter Night Stories is quite good. Draw 3, then discard 2 unless you discard a creature, but then it also has Harmonize, so you can flash it back. Another Caustic Exhale, excellent removal. Sagu Wildling, one of the best commons in the format. Fixes you early on and then turns into a 3/3 flying with some life gain later. Another Tranquil, or rather, finally a piece of fixing if I ended up in white. But like I said, I mean, realistically, the only thing I know I'm playing is blue, but taking the Exhale here gives us a bunch of good black removal. Like now I'm going to just take this Durgar Island Dragon, I think, and look to be some kind of blue-black deck. Oh. Hopefully you couldn't hear that baby scream downstairs. He screams when he's happy, he screams when he's mad. Just baby things. Another Teeming Dragonstorm, kind of sick. Sultai Monument here is not terrible for us. Fixes for 2 of our colors, and it's not going to be hard to play like a random green source to be able to activate that. I guess I could just take the Agent of Kotis, though. I guess I do need 2 drops, don't I? Yeah. Strategic Betrayal is good. Exile is a creature they control and their graveyard. It can be really awkward versus a deck that goes wide. But usually I think it's good enough. Let's take the Dismal Backwater here. Yeah, you know, we're just going to go like a blue-black control deck. It would be really sweet if we could pick up a second Essence Anchor here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right now. 5 ways to trigger this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Ooh, okay. And there is a card we're definitely going to want to play. So I guess we are going to end up in Sultai of some variety, because the Kishla Skimmer is so sick. 2/2 flying. Whenever a card leaves your graveyard during your turn, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. So perfect card to pair with Anchor if we're going to go that route. And that means the Synchronized Charge can come back in if we're going to be playing green. And then gives an extra card that can come out of the graveyard. The Dragonstorm Forecaster. I think this card is good, but again, you need to be in the Dragon deck, and I don't think we want to be running Dragonstorm Globe or the Boulderborn Dragon in this particular deck. Snakeskin Veil, possibly. All the Teamer monuments, huh? Tranquil Cove came back around. I don't think we need a third third Unending Whisper. I actually like the Humbling Elder. My creature count's a little bit light, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 graveyard exile, or trigger effects. There's that globe we could have picked up. I'll take it now over Swiftwater. I don't think we're ever playing this Embermouth Sentinel. You know what the worst thing's going to be? If I just go like 0-3. Sorry, Jim. Right now, this doesn't look like a great deck, though. I have yet to 0-3 the format, but why not do it for my very first guest appearance? Oh, the Sultai Monument came back. That's rather nasty. So excellent for us. All right, pack 3. What did we get? Opened a Traveling Botanist, one of the scarier 2-drops in the format. I like Bewildering Blizzard. Nightblade Brigade is solid, even outside of Mardu decks, I think. Our rare being the Voice of Victory, speaking of Mardu. Very annoying one. My concern with taking the Botanist is that if green is more of a splash, the Botanist isn't actually good. Like, this is at its best on turn 2, right? I'm actually going to take the Bewildering Blizzard here. The Skimmer is good later than turn 2, same with the Charge, but the Botanist, if I don't cast it on turn 2, does basically nothing. Trawlers, I have 9 total instants and sorceries. The issue being then that I don't have many creatures to exile, but that's good enough. It's another way to exile or get a card out of our graveyard too to trigger those cards matters. Those cards that do matter, that is. So this is generally going to be a 4-drop in our deck, I would say. I don't like this card, but seems like it's okay in our deck. Ooh, man, that's a really nice pack for us now. Okay, sits up in his chair a little bit. He gets excited. We have Sidisi, Regent of the Mire. I've had this card before. I haven't had it pop off, but sack a creature you control with mana value X other than Sidisi. Return a creature with mana value X +1 from your graveyard to the battlefield. So it's really good with Sibsig Appraiser. If I had 4-drops, I actually have 0 4-drops to go into it, and I don't have that many creatures otherwise. So what we're going to be taking here is probably the Keru Goldkeeper, though I do lose it on Jungle Hollow. This card has been a real performer. 3/3 flying, or sorry, yeah, 3/3 flying dragon for 4. Whenever one of our cards leave your graveyard during your turn, you get to make a treasure. And then it's got that lovely renew ability as well. Okay, so safe pick here, Thornwood Falls. What I want to take is the Wingblade Disciple. But we have more than enough playables. We could use some fixing, so I suppose I'll be the smart one today. I'm just concerned that we're going to lose to the bigger top-end decks. It's a really nice pack, too. Rakshasa's Bargain. Another Caustic Exhale. What's my creature count? 10? 10 plus Essence Anchor, and I guess the Monument can make creatures. I need more 2-drops. But Teamer Devotee is not what we want for a 2, so take the big card draw effect. Another Agent of Corliss is perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. Again, if I'm just minor splashing green, the Sultai Devotee is not that useful, because we're not going to be able to cast it early on, generally. I have 3 2-drops. I would love 2 more 2-drop creatures. Oh, how about a Taigum? That one's cool. 2/2 with Flurry. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy it, then exile the spell you cast with 4 time counters. If it doesn't have Suspend, it gains Suspend. That's a really cool one. So whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy it. Nice. And with like double Unending Whisper, double Caustic Exhale and stuff, shouldn't be too difficult for us to do that. maybe I run another Gurmag Night Watch. I'm not running the Abzan Devotee. We're not running the Embermouth Sentinel. Oh, I already have one in my sideboard. Whoops. Alesha's Legacy is a decent removal spell. Could just take the Brigade. Champion is more graveyard value. But I don't think I'm necessarily running any of those cards. It's just another 2-drop if we want. That's probably fine. Bewildering Wield. Well, I'm at 25 cards. I need to cut some at this point. I guess is that Delta Bloodfly is playable in this deck? All the Night Watches. We can play the Repeatable Merchant as a green, black, and 2/2/2, but I don't think that's good enough. Okay, well, this is not a good deck, but it's an okay deck. Yeah, it's not a good deck, it's an okay deck. Our creature quality isn't very strong. Do I have enough 1/1 counters to want this thing? Or I guess any type of counter, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then I'd be, well, 6. But then I'm playing a 2-mana 1/2. No, pass on that one. I actually think I'm going to cut the Bewildering Blizzard here. As much as I like the card, it's just too expensive, and we have a bunch of other ways to draw cards that are cheaper anyways. Humbling Elder probably should be a cut as our weakest. I don't think I want to cut any of these non-creature spells, which means I need to cut one more creature, so it's either like the Brigade or the Earth Carver. And I suppose I'd rather have the 2-drop than the 3. Oh, that's a good 3-drop, though. Nah, we'll cut the Earth Carver. Just doesn't have much synergy in the deck. 16 land should be okay here. We're only going to need a couple of green sources. Yeah, I can shave it down even one more. So 6, 7, 8 blue, 5, 6, 7 black, 4 green, and then we have the Monument for fixing. We have a bunch of card draw. These multicolored cards I can just cast for 4 instead of 3. So really it's only 3 green cards that I have here. Otherwise we're like blue-black tempo-ish. Blue-black value. Oh, I need to cut one more card. 6, 12, 15. Oh, I need to cut a land. That's right. I was running 16. So I think black then? We do need much more blue. Yeah. So 6, 7, 8 blue sources, 6 black, 4 green. I could even shave one more green source, realistically, for one more black. I can function without green. I can't function without the other colors. That's 3 green sources in land. And the Monument, it's like 1 green source short of where I'd be happy, but I think it's alright. Okay, we'll make this work. Let's hope I can do Jim proud, and let's hope I don't get my first 0-3 of the format. Let's take this for a spin. Alright, let's see if we can do Mr. Jim proud. We'll be on the play. I don't see this as a mulligan, but I don't see it as a particularly good hand. If we rip a forest off the top, that would be pretty hot, just for like a random 2-drop, 3-drop creature curve. Alright, Mardu Devotee, so gonna be playing against a more aggressive deck would be the assumption here. Oh, Agent is a good draw. Any 2-drop there was a good draw. And I'll definitely be trading away if they opt to attack. Sweet. Shock Brigade. I think we just run out the 3-mana 3/2 in our hand. I'm not going to bother Dragon's Prey on the Brigade quite yet. Alright, 2/1 haste. So I'll take 3. I'll block the Mobilize token. The 1/3 has Menace, so I can't block it with the 3/2. Looks like they've got their colors. That wasn't particularly good. I think we're just gonna use Dragon's Prey this turn. What's more problematic here, the 2/1 that pings or the Menace? I would guess it's the Menace. And they've got the Butcher, very nice. Kind of need a land here, but a lot of my lands enter tapped. I could just make it a 5/4, but that's not particularly exciting. I'm wondering if I want to go for a little bit of greed and Unending Whisper, tapping my Trawler and hope to hit an untapped land to rebuff the Butcher back to their hand. I think I'm going to make that play. Okay, didn't get there, but we did draw Strategic Betrayal, which is solid, with the bounce in combination. It really depends what they do this turn. Like, if they just go Mardu Monument, attack, pass, then we'll be okay, but I'm guessing they're going to have another cheap creature here. So this would be a hit for 8, put me to 7. Oh, they didn't. Okay, so that will work out for us. Oh, wow, the Taiga, I'm actually kind of sick here, too. Then exile a spell you cast with 4 time counters. I don't think the game is going to go long enough, though, right? And at this point, I'm going to leave back the 3/2 to block the 2/1 if they play it. The Mardu Monument's also super annoying, because when they activate it, it's going to make 3 1/1s with Menace and Haste as well. And we're pretty far behind. Yep. So that's going to ping me for 1, they're going to attack me for 2 down to 4, and then they still have the Monument available. Yeah, I don't think we have anything to do versus that. Okay, good beats. Wondering, you know what, maybe I cut the technique for the Humbling Elder just as another cheap kind of combat trick. I think the technique's pretty solid, but I have enough other interaction. I'm going to try it like this, just make a small change. As long as we get a few wins with this deck, I think I'll be happy. Okay, we've got our Essence Anchor. That's the deck, or rather the card that we're really building around, and this is a pretty good hand. Caustic Exhale with Dragon in hand means we can already play it for 1. So I do want to lead on this tap land. Now that gives us access to charge, which we can use with Anchor. Oh, and you know what? With them leading on Mountain, I actually like doing this a lot. They might have been hoping that their turn 2 Devotee fix it. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Hoping that their turn 2 Devotee fixed for their hand. Sometimes you go for the screw and sometimes it works. Okay, you know, with them not doing anything, I can just chill out. Let's go for the bargain. We're surveilling every turn with the anchor. So I need to cast this now, otherwise I won't be able to. Exhale and another blue source. Good. Oh yeah, crocodile value in our graveyard. Well, we probably just want to keep that one. So now I'm going to go Taigum into Exhale. For 1. And that's going to gain Suspend now. Then I think I'm going to go ahead and... Well, no, I don't need to charge here. I was debating if I wanted to charge and put it in the graveyard, but... I think we'll wait to double spell with that one. Ooh, Iridescent Tiger. Gonna let them catch back up after starting with Mountain, Mountain, Mountain. Wow. Wow! That's kind of crazy. They kept a speculative hand and they got out of it. Pretty good. Sheesh. Okay, well, that's good beats. Are you kidding? What is happening here? What a crazy good sequence from them. I mean... They do get to attack with their tigers because the Bearer of Glory has the pump ability. Or if they just have a removal spell, that's... Oh, maybe they didn't realize. They should have definitely attacked the Bearer first, unless they just have another land, of course. So, opponent missed out on 6 damage there, can't complain about that. Pretty silly. Alright, can't mulligan that. Question is that better than playing Crocodile? Yeah, it is, because we also get to Dragon's Prey. And we need to kill the Bearer of Glory right now before they get to untap and realize they can pump. Okay. That's fine, I'll take that deal. For sure. Alright, one more turn and then we get to cast the Caustic. That's going to be really good here as well. So let's just go Crocodile and pass with Humbling Elder. When this dies, it makes a 2/2 token, so unless they draw an Exile effect, it's going to be pretty hard for them to completely ruin me. Holy crap, dude. Man, 5 lands, all gas is pretty crazy nice. Alright, well, let's get them humbled. We're going to shrink their Pack Beast into a 2-power. Eat here. If I eat here, I take 7, go to 6. But I think that's okay. Because we're getting our Caustic finally off of Final Suspend. Did they have black? No, so we're probably just going to kill the... Wait. Taigum doesn't let you cast it for free? Oh, because these cards are additional cost. That's funny, right? Well, I think we go like this so we can start pressuring, right? That gives them vigilance and trample for the turn, so we can turn the corner up extremely quickly here. Let's see, this is 6 to flashback. This is 5. So yeah, we do want to draw this. Because then I can go bounce into pump. Remember, the crocodile already had a counter on it, so it didn't need to be targeted. It still gained the ability. Doesn't matter which one they block since they all have trample, and then we finally get to activate the anchor for a land or for a creature. Okay, nice. Well, unless they can deal 6 damage to me somehow this turn. Nice, we're gonna pull it off. Essence Anchor was really just good there as a surveil starting on turn 4. But I always say it on my streams and on my channels, the most important thing to get is 4 wins in Premier Draft, as that's going to recoup the majority, if not all, of your gems back, depending on if you have all the rares and mythics in the format. 3 wins, the jump from 2 wins to 3 wins is also huge, because that's a jump from 2 wins is 250 gems back, 3 wins is 1,000 gems back, so the difference from 2 to 3 is 750 gems, which is half of an entry fee. So if you're just trying to quote-unquote go infinite, getting the 3rd win is the most important, technically, but... Okay, on to game 3. How do we look? Yeah, pretty good hand. I'd love to find a 2-drop creature, but we have nothing but 3-drop value cards here. Turn 1 Jungle Hollow. If there's Sultai, the strategic betrayal could be really good too, exiling their graveyard. And it looks like, well, with who knows what they actually are. I need to take the green. Okay, so they're going to be like a drag. They have Eshki. Good news for us is that I have a way to kill the Eshki. Yikes. That is one of the most busted rares in the format. 4 mana, 4/4, Vigilance, Trample, Ward 1. And then if you've cast a creature and non-creature spell, this gets +2/+2 and draws you a card. And that can happen multiple times. It's just absolutely disgusting. Kind of flooding out here, by the way. As our opponent's just going to have all the colors, no problem. If you're going to draft the 5-color deck, that's how you want to do it. Alright, Nightblade isn't terrible. Gives us a Surveil. And something that can trade. So the Heirloom can give their Tawny back trample, and then it's going to deal damage to me, and they're going to get to draw an extra card. Because I wouldn't double block it, I would just be blocking it with Brigade. But we would be able to get back our strategic betrayal then. Yep. So I take 1, they get to draw a card. 2/4 dragon, sure. Yeah, so this is probably worth it. I'm expecting some big bomb to be showing up in the next few turns here. Okay, the grappler into double spell. Oh, wait. Yeah. When you cast it, copy the next spell you cast this turn when you cast it. You may choose new targets. 4 mana. They're going to double Rakshasa's Bargain. Crazy. That's just dig through time on steroids. Look at 8 cards and put 4 of them into your hand. My god. Yeah, opponent's draw has been incredible. Alright, maybe a 4/4 dragon can do something. I'm guessing not, though. Having just looked at 8 cards and taken the 4 best of them, all I can do is sit here and ask them, what do they have? Okay. They don't have any more islands, plains, or mountains in their deck? Well, that's pretty funny. So they've seen all 7 of their Jeskai sources. Another iridescent tiger. Yikes. That's pretty good. If that was their best turn, that wasn't that bad, though. So now I can play the crocodile. And then whisper off the crocodile for 1. Oh, okay. Taigum? Well, again, Taigum not really going to do much here. 4 time counters doesn't seem like it's that likely to occur. Sure. The herd heirloom only lets them draw with creatures with power 4 or greater. I expect there's going to be some kind of wrath in my future or something. I pray they don't have the 6 mana dragon enchantment that deals 3 to all creature. Well, that wouldn't even be that good here. It'd be okay. Maybe they just have another fatty. They also have both monuments that they can activate too. They have to have something. I mean, they attacked with all. So they have no current defenses. What is happening here? I guess Abzan Monument make a 4/4? Okay, that wasn't that bad for me. That was a surprise turn from them. Huh. So let's go Taigum into Unending Whisper, tapping the Taigum. If they don't block the Crocodile, they're taking a lot of damage here. Okay. They don't have me dead on board. I mean, if they have 3 damage, good beats, but I think this is the play I'm supposed to make versus their deck. Oh, that exiles the creature, so I don't get any of the value off the Crocodile. That's sick. Sheesh. Uh-oh, they didn't pop their Jeskai Monument, which means they need to chump with their 3/3 flyer. So if I draw a way to kill their flyer, I win. Yeah, this is a good attack. I would definitely attack there with both if I were them. I only have 2 ground creatures that are lethal. And that will do just fine. Holy smokes. Wow. Phew. Okay, their deck was certainly a little bit more powerful, but I was able to do a little bit more than enough, apparently. 2 wins! Hey, 2-1 with this deck is a fine start. Again, this is nothing impressive, so I'm just hoping to get a little bit of our entry fee back, you know? We keep winning the die roll, though, and keep getting pretty decent openers. Next level tech here. Assuming you have, if you're not holding full priority, if you play Island, priority will be held for Humbling Elder. We don't want that. So we're going to lead up with Swamp. Because there's no... I'm never going to play Humbling Elder turn 1, is what I'm trying to say, right? If my opponent just goes land pass, I'm not going to flash in a 1-2 at the end of their turn. Though this is a hand that could... Well, okay, you know what? I take that back. I might actually flash out Humbling Elder here. 1-drop, 2-drop with a couple of interactive spells, and I'm getting punished already. That would have been nice to Caustic. And then go for the Agent. That's fine. I mean, we'll have our removal for later then. And now my Humbling Elder can just eat their 1/1. It's not like they really want to kill my 1/2, and it's not like they want to save their 1/1, so... Okay. No need to behold and show them what I have. I am gonna cycle the dragon here. Because we wanted to find a land, and we do have some tap lands, so like drawing our Thornwood Falls or whatever. 4-mana pass? Sure. We've played against, now, if they are truly just red-white, we've played against 2 different just straight-up red-white decks. Ooh. I mean, I'm going to take the second Appraiser, but the Trawler was definitely a good option as well, especially since I have Dragon's Prey in my hand. And if I had taken the Trawlers, the Appraiser would have gone to the graveyard for me. Seize opportunity into a second seize opportunity and a 2-drop. That's pretty funny. So they should probably, they're gonna go for like casting the second seize, leaving up a red, and then hope to hit a land for Jeskai, assuming they didn't find another land in hand. There they go, perfect. Oh, they hit us another Jeskai. That's funny. All right. I guess I'm going to take the rebuff. It's not pivotal that I have a 5th land right now. We have other things to do. Pack beasts are good. 0/4 Vigilance that has Mobilize 3. I think Crocodile is one of those cards that plays out better than it looks. I mean, maybe it doesn't even look bad. To me, it didn't look good to begin with, but 5 mana, 5/3. When it dies, you get a 2/2, and then has a little bit of graveyard value, you know? Ooh, 4/5 flyer. Nice. I guess I'm okay trading here for 1. There's the green source, very nice. So let's buy ourselves a little bit of time, and then play out the Nightblade Brigade. Yeah, the awkward thing is, if I ever attack in a way that makes it so their 0/4s can attack, I end up taking a bunch of damage. So I'm kind of forced to chill, it feels like. Okay, Bearer of Glory is a little bit annoying. Alright, so I'm going to take the hit for 3. And I'm going to charge my Brigade and my Crocodile, and then rebuff the 4/5 flyer off of the Appraiser. Well, I guess I want to see if they block first. I don't mind if they trade off their dragon, that's fine as well. Oh, they didn't even block the 1/1 token. They might have forgotten about it. Now, I'm still in a real rough spot here if they deal with one of my 2 untapped creatures this turn. Yeah. They get to attack in for a big hit. Oh, am I dead? Oh, I'm actually dead to them. I messed up. Maybe I got a little bit too aggressive. Wow. Or maybe I just needed to kill their Bearer of Glory. I didn't even think about that for some reason. I mean, I knew the pump was bad. Yeah, so what I needed to do... I punted that one. I needed to have Dragons prayed their 2-1 and bounced their dragon. Oh, I mean, that's a game losing spot too. Because then that means I don't even hit them that turn, does it? Yeah. So I guess it's just actually, no. I guess I can take a hit for 4. Well, that's bad as well. So I should have gone 1/1 counters like I did attack. And then Dragons prayed the 2/1. I would have all 3 of my blockers. They would hit me for 4 guaranteed in the air, and if they attacked with all of their other creatures, I'd be taking at least, what, 4? Yeah, but I wasn't just straight up dead then, so... Mobilize 3 with pump. 2 times mobilize 3 with pump is pretty brutal. Okay. Well, this is the important match I was talking about. I'm 2-2, and I need to win a 3rd game to get 1,000 gems. We have a pretty decent opener here. We've got all of our colors. We've got 2 caustics. Turn 3 Sibsig now is great. This is a 3rd red-white deck, by the way. Everybody's just straight on red-white now. They might be Mardu, of course, but... 3/3 flying, activated abilities of artifacts, creatures, and planeswalkers can't be activated. So we need to get a creature in our graveyard so I can flash back the Exhale. 2/4 draws a card basically and has potential double strike. Okay. Man, that's really awkward because... that is exile and not kill, so I can't even buy anything back. Right. I have 2 different options. I could shrink this and chump this so that I could trawl back my Caustic Exhale. I think that's actually right. Because I need the creature in the graveyard for the Kishla Trawlers. Because once I Kishla Trawlers kill the Conqueror, I can activate my Sultai Monument. Three mana, 4/3 draw card, pretty good. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not that bad. That's not particularly good, however. We are kind of flooding out here. I mean, if they pump the Adept, I'm dead. If they have like +3/+0 randomly. They clearly have something, so let's see what it is. +2/+2 to 2 different creatures. So they're going to save their 4/3 and hit me for 10, put me to 3. Yeah, that's exactly what they had. This is pretty devastating. My lord. Let's see. I have 5 mana. This doesn't even do anything. I kill that, block, block. Oh, I'm not dead. Technically. I think I probably have to take this. I needed 1 more land here. If I had 1 more mana, I might have actually been okay, because I could have gotten double 3-drop. Yeah, as it stands, I have to kill the flyer and block both of their bigger ground creatures so that I don't straight up die. That sucks. Brutal. Wow. Wow, we got absolutely wrecked there. Their draw was just a little bit too good. They had an insane curve out. Perfect removals. And that, my friends, is a most devastating 2-3. Now, like I said, I don't think this deck was anything fantastic, but we had a lot of good cheap interaction and a good curve ourselves. So it's not like this was necessarily a bad deck. I needed maybe some more win cons. But 2-3 is basically as bad as you could imagine. So that's too bad. Thanks for watching. Again, this is on Jim's channel. So Jim, I hope you can handle a little bit of failure. That's the way it goes sometimes. We spewed off our rank from whatever it was down to 46, but they can't all be winners. Until next time, friends, thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time. Bye-bye.
Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for these guests coming on and helping me out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. I love you all.